well against a Roger in day one, but that's still scary, you know?
I don't think so, but like, I mean, I feel like Eudora is pretty underrated despite her lack of mobility.
Yeah, she has her niche situations. There comes the Lao Yi. At this point, I feel like Team Magical Unicorns need to not pick too many in-your-face heroes. You know, you don't want to be too grouped up against a Lao Yi.
Right, exactly.
The Phoveus could be decent here against the Chow, against the... I do not like the Estes pick into Lao Yi, though.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel.
Yeah, it's I mean, because you just got to surround. Now, the Raph could be doable.
Right. I feel like that extra movement speed would be really nice. Especially since they have a lot of diving heroes too. That works like either way. To escape or to engage as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Raph will definitely be helpful in getting them in and out. I think Raph does really well paired up with the Lilia too in the mid. Because they both have a nice slowdown with their skills. If they get on top of you, it's tough. You're probably a dead person. If those two heroes are able to catch you in a bush somewhere, it's gonna be a GG. The Raph ultimates, that Holy Baptism, if she can time it well, it may be good against Shark to stop him from these engage picks, and it may be good against Esmeralda, but I don't see her catching Granger or Beatrix here. With this double marksman comp on the side of Team SEXI, there's definitely getting some big damage. And I mean, they got all their bases covered, I feel like, early, late game. So it's hard to pick on who I feel like will run the draft here.
I would have to agree with that. We'll just have to wait and see.
Jumping into game one of this series, who do you think takes game one? I know we've already said we feel really comfortable with Team SEXI, but do you like the composition for Magical Unicorns enough that maybe they can get a first game win here?
I honestly do not know. I feel like they're really good picks, but then if we look at the team on the side of Team SEXI, I feel like I just don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, both teams definitely have some nice early game damage in this mid lane. Lao Yi, you know, if she catches you with that passive, that yin yang, it's going to bring you down a nice chunk. You got Chow, who can really get around, maybe mess with your blue buff, mess with your red buff. But like I just said, the Lilia and the Raph combo are also pretty vicious. So I think it's going to really come down to who gets some of these first bloods onto these hypers, onto this Roger, this Granger, to see who really scales and takes the lead first. Xayah.
Oh yeah, so we're looking at top lane right now. I do think that Xayah, actually a phenomenal player on Beatrix. I do think that she is a better match in this lane in comparison to Brody, but will she get ganked at top lane? We'll see.
Looks like she knew they were there. She's ready for them. But down in the bot lane, Galaxy and Prince Reaper getting a little... you got Sir Bossy coming over trying... They're really kind of... The three of them were grouping around this red buff to make sure the invade didn't come. They know Team SEXI likes to be aggressive, and they're really just kind of hugging this Roger right now.
Right.
Turtle is up though in just a second. We have several members of both teams down here. Lilia still around the mid lane. We might see a catch here. Best player moving on to her. She doesn't have black shoes yet. She just gets it. She's going to be able to pop it, but she doesn't do it in time and gets taken out. Wasn't even able to hit it.
So close. I mean, that was a good idea to continue staying at mid lane to try to get to level 4 before Turtle, but like that was kind of a bad mistake because they all decided to gank Lilia.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of had to know they were coming. You just had vision on them all. Best player does get this Turtle. Prince Reaper popping that Phobius ult. Moving on to best player. Can he get the kill though? He comes in. Gurado does get it, or Garo does get it. How would you pronounce that name, Xayah? Gifaro? Is there an F in there?
I think that's a T. I think it looks like
Guitaro?
Yutaro?
If you guys know how to pronounce that name, let us know in the chat, please. But they do finally respond. And honestly, I feel like that's a good trade. Yeah, you lost your mage, but you took out, you take out best player, the jungle from the side of Team SEXI.
Mm-hmm.
Up in the gold lane, though, 3 members of Team SEXI. A nice kick onto Kyoto, and he's taken out. Team SEXI pulling a nice gank, and they're going to move on to get some of this gold plating off of this gold lane tower. Xayah?
I don't know what to say. I feel like Team SEXI is doing what they need to do. They're really good players, like many BTK members as well on their team. I think that this is going to be a steamroll for a match for them.
They're definitely, I mean, even right there, they a nice 1-for-1 trade, even though it looked like Team SEXI was just kind of walking into a trap set by that Rafaela. They were still able to come out and take a member down. So, I mean, they're doing a great job. But Magical Unicorns is not really falling behind. I mean, the gold is almost even. Yes, Team SEXI has a small lead, but I think the main thing for Magical Unicorns is maybe start prioritizing this gold lane a little more. You don't want Kyoto to fall behind, and you don't want Xia to just climb and start really scaling and farming with that Beatrix, because that's not something you want to go against when we hit around this 10-minute mark.
Exactly. So it looks like they're trying to contest that turtle.
Turtle is up. BTK Shark just kind of zoning around. He does get a kick onto Prince Reaper, and Prince Reaper just gets deleted by the rest of the team. And in comes Serbasi with that Starfall, forcing Gitardo away. And now the Lord, now the Turtle is here. Galaxy doing a little bit of poke damage, but he's going to get zoned off from Shark, and best player is going to be able to secure the second turtle of the game.
See, it looks like every time Magical Unicorns tried to focus on objectives, they just kept on getting outplayed, like we saw at Turtle.
Yeah, definitely getting outplayed there. I mean, they're just Team SEXI just plays a good game, but right as we're counting Magical Unicorns down, they get another beautiful pick on to best player. But Xia in the gold lane taking a tower and Kyoto, but the rest of Team Magical Unicorns in the bottom here, they're going to be able to take Serbasi out. Is he going to be able to escape? No, Prince Reaper gets the kill, and they're going to trade towers. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and even on the towers, a nice come up for Magical Unicorns.
Okay, and as I said earlier, I thought this was going to be a steamroll, but I am mistaken.
No,
I love being proved wrong, though.
Most definitely. Look at that kick from Shark, though, onto Raph. Gitaro goes down. Another pick coming in from the side of Team SEXI. And they are also, though, they do end up taking the advantage in that pass trade, because Xia rotates to mid and takes that mid tier 3 tower. And this is going to open up the map for Team SEXI a little bit.
I'm just surprised that they already took down mid tower that early on.
Yeah, I mean, quickly. And a big pick onto Galaxy. This is bad for Magical Unicorns. You're barely holding on there. Even though you're taking out best player and getting these 2 kills, you're way behind on gold. And now with Roger taking a death and no kills under his belt, it's going to be a hard game for Magical Unicorns.
Oh, I definitely agree. I feel like Magical Unicorns pulled out. It's good that the rest of their teammates are backing off, because it could be a bloodbath there, but they just need to play a little bit more careful if they actually want a fair fight against Team SEXI.
Yeah, they need to get some picks of their own, and they need to do something about Shark, who just keeps coming in and taking them off one by one by one. The turtle is up. Best player does secure it. Prince Reaper into the back line onto best player. Can he finish him off here? He's getting some nice damage. He's into the team, but he gets kicked by Shark and taken out by Xia, and that is going to be another loss for the side of Magical Unicorns as Serbasi re-engages on this fight. Torn apart memories does go off and forces Shark back to base, but Serbasi is in the back line, just shredding things up. A nice double kill, taking out Sora, and that is a 3-for-1 trade to the side of Team SEXI, and I think they're going to be able to take this tier 2 tower too. You wanted a steamroll, you got it, Xayah.
Okay, I stand corrected again. Wow, it looks like they might be ending this before it gets into mid game, late game.
Yeah, definitely possibly be ending this before it gets into mid game. They were doing well at first, but now it just seems like they are shredding through them. Sir Bossy is already at a point where he's just running through them. He's the Esmeralda has the tankiness they need. Are we going to see a little bit of a play here? Nice teleport. Almost got the gank on a Kyoto. It would have been a wonderful play if that teleport worked out the way they planned it.
I think what I'm noticing right now on Magical Unicorns is that it looks like they're kind of reacting to the gameplays that Team SEXI is setting, no?
Yeah, they're just kind of following around.
Right, exactly. And I think that's what's making them lag behind in their team fights right now.
Yeah, you definitely that's not a spot that you want to be at. Even when you're losing, you know, try to take a tower, try to push something. Yes, you can defend, like you can try to stop the gank. I think what they lack is vision right now, so they're not able to keep up with them, and every time Team SEXI is somewhere making a play, nobody's there to defend that tower, you know?
Right.
Oh my god, the burst damage coming in from best player. Death Sonata does come in. Is he able to land it? No. Prince Reaper takes a shot and protects that Rafaela from getting taken out. And now they all quickly teleport that Lord and immediately have a beautiful position on it.
Oh, that was their perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great opportunity. Honestly, just the way they came in there, the way they just immediately teleported over that Lord, just a beautiful play. Like, couldn't be textbook, you know?
I feel like that, like, kind of like gameplay was like made so fast, like no one bothered to even question it, you know? Yeah,
it was just so smooth. Looks like they've been practicing that Nicolette teleport for days. And, you know, I feel like so many people don't utilize that teleport the way it can be utilized. And watching Nicolette play this Lao Yi is just a beautiful thing. The way she moves them from bush to bush to try to set up picks, things like that. You know, it's in so many players' hands, that teleport's just a wasted skill. But when you watch Nicolette use it, it just looks like, you wonder sometimes if it was even worth making that a skill. But Nicolette shows the premise of it.
I totally agree with that.
Look at BTK Shark just sitting here, waiting, zoning. No one even wants to get close to him because they know the kick can come. Death Sonata comes in, but Zia gets the kill on the Galaxy. Sir Bossy in under the Nexus. Prince Reaper trying to do something against best player, but he just can't get the finish. The kick comes from Shark, and he's taken out right before he's able to secure a kill. And Team SEXI is moving in for the clinch. A wave of minions coming down the mid, bottom, and top. They're going to try to take the game right here, right now. They're going to move on to this middle inhibitor. Sir Bossy gets a Starfall as Shark gets the knock-up on Asura, and a wonderful shot from the sniper of Zia cleans up, and the Nexus is slowly starting to take damage. They're not impatient. They don't want to try to end it there. Instead, they move on, get a couple more chip damage onto this top inhibitor, and wait for the next wave. This could be the moment, but they don't push too hard. Shark with a beautiful flicker kick onto Guitaro, and this may be the game. They are going to be able to take out Prince Reaper also, along with this inhibitor, and wait for the next wave of minions, Xayah.
I feel like that could have been a, I guess, play where Team SEXI could have gotten a little greedy, but like they actually handled that pretty well. They did not. They accomplished that team fight in all the turns as well.
Oh, Galaxy though in the back line though takes out best player, takes out Shark, able to get the double killer. No, best player and Nicolette. A nice turnaround, and right when I was saying that Team SEXI wasn't being too greedy, they lose a couple members, but they're still holding a strong lead. 7K gold lead right now. Lord is up in 17 minutes though.
Do you think this would be the opportunity for Magical? I think even though with the death timer right now, I feel like Team SEXI still has control of more of the map than Magical Unicorn does. Yeah. So if they were to actually go for Lord, it actually be in the hands of Team SEXI.
Yeah, they definitely didn't have enough time there. It's a little too early in the game. The death counters are a little too short. They couldn't make it, but it does give them some air to breathe and maybe make a play here. I don't know if they want to contest, but I think they know. Well, look at the passive from Yao Lao. He locks all of them up, and they don't even care. Sir Bossy comes into that back lane and just zones them away. Magical Unicorn stands no chance in contesting this Lord. Zia just landing those sniper shots onto Prince Reaper, and he's brought down to barely any health as Sir Bossy chases him down, but Galaxy able to get the kill because Sir Bossy's a little too overextended, but Team SEXI still gets that Lord take.
Well, okay, what I'm seeing right now with sorry, I keep on forgetting, Magical Unicorns, I feel like they're kind of a little scattered in the jungle. I feel like they're kind of, they could, like the Phoveus, Prince Reaper on Phoveus, I feel like he easily got picked off. He was just one hit from dying, and I feel like their positioning, whenever they, I guess, try to engage in these time fights, it's not cohesive. They're not playing as a team. What do you think?
Yeah, either Prince Reaper gets a little too overextended, or someone's on the other side of the map. But also another major problem they're having, Zia with this sniper just slamming all of them in a beautiful combo coming in from Team SEXI. Zia takes out Prince Reaper, and this is going to be it for the side of Magical Unicorns. I think another hit from this Lord onto the Nexus. The rest of Team SEXI cleans up, and the Nexus goes down. That is it for Game 1, Exia.
What did you think about that? They finished that game in victory. I would have expected that they were going to finish it a lot faster, considering their day 1 game against Exodus 9.
Possibly. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
Exodus 9 is definitely one of the underdog teams in the league. They're definitely one of the newer teams. They haven't even really played in tournaments much. So I don't really want to compare anybody, but I definitely think that Magical Unicorns put up a bit of a better fight. Also, I think Team SEXI really likes to troll. I think they could have won that earlier. I think they were a little overextended, which is it's a mistake by them. Is it
a troll or a mistake?
I think it's a bit of both. I think they're a little too confident sometimes.
I would agree with that.
But they still handle it. Like we saw them. Galaxy's able to get to the